Okay, hello everyone, it's Professor 095 back with another tonight's Tuesday stream recap. I'm not doing the Thursday one, I'll do the Thursday one usually because that's how I roll. I usually like doing like Tuesday and Thursday streams in one video, but tonight is a very exciting night for everyone because it's Ezel right line. Also, we have like Pocket Rangu stuff coming in. Will be coming in for the next month or so. So we have mostly like collab stuff, and then after that we'll be waiting for DPD stuff. Yeah, so I just want to like get tonight's recap news, get straight out, and for this recap tonight we have like a lot of things to go through. So let's go straight into it. So we have what we have here, what we are seeing right now is that we have Mikazuki Munechika actually. So he is a Token card obviously. So he's a starter, so when we are rolled upon if you go second go 1, so you have Munechika over here, handsome sword boy. Okay, and then we have the grade 1 Munechika, and then when this unit is being rolled upon by grade 2 Munechika in its card name, you look at the top 2 cards of the deck, drift up to 1 grade 2 or lower card from amongst them, call it to the rear circle, and put it to the rest on the top of your bottom deck in any order. So good, kind of like very good stuff over there. Because you can basically just have a free call, and also you can manipulate your deck in any order, basically like OTT levels of good shenanigans over there. And then that's the great one. It's quite nice actually, honestly speaking. Then you have Munechika, Toku, and then continuous Vanguard skill. If you have 2 or more cards with Munechika in your soul, when you would write a grade 3 card with Munechika from your right deck, you may write without discarding 1 card from your hand, so it's quite nice. It's a free write, no cost at all, provided if you have 2 Munechikas in your soul, so you have to make sure you don't soul blast your Munechikas early game, or you can find something from your hand, or just put it like Munechika from your hand, or any skills that shoves in Munechika into your soul. So yeah, technically it's like basically the Gandiba right lines like free riding, or technically like Branfield levels of free riding. So yeah, it's nice to see a free ride with Munechika in general, so that's quite nice. And then after that we have Munechika Kiwami, so this is technically the grade 3 for Munechika, so you can see his art over here. I'm not sure if you can see it properly, but yeah, that's his good art over there with his handsome sword boys. I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure that some of the fangirls will probably like it. Okay, well, that aside, we were talking about like his skill first. Continuous Vanguard during turn. If you have 3 or more regards in stand, this unit gets power plus 5k plus 1 critical, so it's quite good for his own skill. And then we have the act once per turn. On the Vanguard circle, you soul plus 1 to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You choose up to 1 card from among them, call it to the rear circle, and put the rest to the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So it's good for like superior calling, and also like try to manipulate your deck in any order. Basically, you're doing your OTT shenanigans as well, like the grade 2, and then like the grade 1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like the grade 1. Okay, so when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, you discard 2 cards from your hand, and then you get to stand 2 of your front row rear guards. So yeah, choose 2 of your front row rear guards and stand them. So quite nice. So basically you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do like 5 attacks with this thing, and by the time you swing with Munechika, you will be like swinging for 5k, like an 80k double crit. So it's good. It's kind of like very good as well for Munechika. So Tokiarangu, kind of nice. And then we have Kokitsu Nemaru. We have Kokitsu Nemaru Kiwami. And then we have the skill is that it's a grade 2. I think he's a triple ray if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a triple ray. So his skill has to be proc on a front row. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm dying here. Okay, never mind. And continuous front row rear guard circle. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card abilities, thereby this is a very good resist card. And all your cards in your hand gets continuous hand. If this card will be discarded from your hand for the cost of your Vanguard's ability, it may be counted as 2 cards. So kind of nice because you can go hand to hand with Munechika's combo as well, because you need to discard 2 for the rear guard resist. So basically when he's on the field, he gets a resist, and gets all the cards in your hand to have like the discard 2 effect. So technically something like the Dragoning Overlord PR break one, something along those to that effect. But as long as he's there, then he's able to proc it as well. But if he's not on the field, then means that you have to discard 2 cards, which is kind of like empty in general. So that's quite nice. And then like continuous regards, Shinken Hisatsu. Activate when you have 3 or more cards in your timing zone. So technically like a limit break 3, I think the G era players will kind of like remember this card remember this skill very well. For the limit break 3, this unit plus power plus 10k, which applies on your opponent's turn as well. So he's technically a 20k attacker and a 20k defense. So very good. So I can see why he's a very good triple rare. This kind of like very pairs up with Muneshika Kiwami. So I'm not sure in the future there will be like a good I don't know, like any other supports that will be grade 3 right lines that would help support with like hand to hand with Kogetsune Maru. But other than that, he's a good resist card already on his own. He's also like Shinken Hisatsu, which is a very nice generic card on his own. So 20k attacker, beat stick, and also like a resist. So I can see how he's really good. Okay, and then we have Tokeranbu set order. So now Tokeranbu actually has a set order. So this is actually the training zone, if I'm splitting area. Okay, so splitting area. So order zone continuous. You can only activate the act ability of splitting area a total of once per turn. So you can only proc this order card once. So it is always be a continuous, if I'm not mistaken. A total of once per turn. So I'm assuming which is going to be once only. So yeah, so the act phase is that once per turn, order zone, you put a 1 card that is not a heal or over trigger from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck. You reveal cards from the top of your deck until the number of normal units revealed is equal to the number of splitting area in your order zone. Choose 1 card from among the revealed normal units and call it to your Vanguard circle as rest. If the called unit's grade is equal or lower than your Vanguard's grade standard unit, and it gets power plus 5k for each other normal unit revealed by this effect until the end of the turn. Shuffle your deck. Okay, I understand this is going to be like a mouthful, but let me explain one by one. Okay, so basically speaking, you are activating his order. By the time you're activating this card's order, like this set order zone, you have to choose 1 card from not a huge trigger, not an over trigger from your drop to the bottom of your deck, which means that you can recycle some of your like normal units, or it can be other triggers, which let's say for example create front draws and is excluding heals and over trigger, right? You reveal the top card of your deck up until the number of normal units is equal to the number of splitting area in your order zone. So you reveal the top card of your deck until you say until you have like 4. Because assuming you're going to play like 4 of this order zone, you're going to reveal your deck until you have like 4 normal units, and you choose 1 card from among them. You call it as rest. Then if the called unit's grade is equal or lower to your Vanguard's grade, then you get to stand it, right? So let's say for example you look at check top 4, you call 1 and then you call the rest, and then call the rest. Let's say for example your Vanguard is grade 3 and the unit is grade 1, you have to stand. Otherwise, if it's not let's say for example you're grade 2 and then you call the grade 3, you can't stand it because it's not the same grade as or lower than the equal or lower to your Vanguard, so you can't stand it. And then you just have to plus other 5k for each other normal revealed by this effect and fit. So plus 5k, let's say for example you call 1 and then you have 3 other normal units, so essentially plus a 15k, and then you have to shuffle those cards back into the deck, which is quite nice as well. But in total you can only like spirit call, like you can only activate a total of once. So basically it's a 15k power up, and also like a free call, and also you get to like review, and also you get to bot deck, you should bot deck something, which is kind of nice as well for this order, which combos really well with some of the cards that Michibike. So let's say for example you already like, if you have a grade 3 Michibike by the turn, by the time you have the grade 3 Michibike, you can just call it and then it just call it a stand, so therefore you can proc his 3 rear guards. So kind of nice, and that's about how it's supposed to be. Okay, now that's the side for Tokeranbu. now we have Ezel right line, and here we go. We have Kirf, Kurene no Kojishi, Kirufu, and I like Kirf's art. Kirf's art is way better than I imagined last time because honestly speaking, I like this art very much. Like the OG Limit Break one, I think was the most nostalgic one for me, but this looks pretty fine. Yeah, so being wrote upon, if you guys can draw one kind of like self-explanatory over here for all starters. And now we have Gareth, Knight of Elegant Skills, Gareth. So when this unit is being rolled upon by Bowman, okay, Bowman, and then you choose one order card. Korin say Kakuji no, it is basically a set order, and then you search your deck for up to one of that set order, and not set order, sorry, normal order, and put it into your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Alright, so during this turn, if you have a Vanguard with Ezel in his card name, this unit has power plus 2k, so he's a 10k booster, 10k attacker. Being rolled by Knight of Spirit Skills Domains, search your deck for up to one Reign Supreme King of Beasts, so that's the English translation so far. Okay, yeah. So I think there's going to be a very good grade one, and yeah, that's about it. It's nothing much, but it's just help you to find the order cards that you need for Ezel. Okay, and then we have the Reign Supreme King of Beasts. So this will be the normal order for Ezel. So yeah, Korinse Kakujino. And then with I think it's Kunrinse. Oh yeah, Kunrinse. Okay, I got my kanji wrong. Okay, but anyways, you can only play this if you have a Ezel Vanguard. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose 3 cards. Choose a grade 3 or lesser unit card from among them and call it to the rearguard circle, and during that turn, that unit costs 5k, and then you shuffle your deck. So really good normal order, but then again, you can always play like a lot of different normal orders. I mean, this one is okay because it's technically like a free cost. Yeah, it's free cost as well. So for a free call and plus 5k is already pretty good enough. Okay, so that's about it. And then we have Knight of Spirit Skills Domains. Okay, and then he's a grade 2, and I believe he is a common card actually. Alright, so here is where it's gonna get crazy for me now. So act once per turn Vanguard. If you have Gareth and Kirf in your soul, you discard 1 card from your hand, you choose up to 1 Blonde Ezel from your right deck, write it as stand, and it gets drive -1 until the end of the turn. So we are bringing back the Spear Riding gimmick from the V era series. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the Spear Riding has always been Ezel's gimmick, unless I might be wrong. I think he does in the Limit Break, I might be wrong, but I think this will always has been his gimmick during the V series. This one I remember a lot, but I might be wrong in the Limit Break one, but the V one, yes. Okay, so basically it's I would say like an early game grade 3 Spear Riding, so you can do a lot of stuff with it, which I'm gonna get into. And then auto rearguard skill, when this unit attacks, you have a Vanguard with Ezel in its card name, you have this unit gain plus 5k until the end of battle. If you do at the end of the battle, put this unit to the bottom of your deck. So yeah, so he's a 15k attacker, then after that he just goes to mock deck, which there's a particular reason for that one. Okay, now I want to like highlight the implications of this, because if you're going to fight this deck, okay, you can do a lot with this card, because honestly speaking, by the time you're already on your turn 3 or turn 3, you can rush your opponent to death. Granted, if you have Blonde Ezels, granted if your opponent is on grade 2, then you are not able to proc Blonde Ezel skill, which we're gonna get into later on. But let's say, for example, in the majority of your decks that doesn't really rely on Masker's deck or like Strike deck, so you're technically going to swing, and if your opponent is not really fast enough to ride in the grade 3, you can basically by your next turn, let's say for example, Ezel goes first and one random deck goes first, like grade 0, grade 0. Then you write grade 1, you write grade 1. Then you write grade 2, and then you activate the skill, you write grade 3, and then you can just swing it a bit with one drive. And then the opponent gets to write to grade 2. So by the time, if you can't really finish him with that rush towards Ezel, Ezel can basically just do a persona right on you, and then he's just gonna like swing you to death. So it's pretty good as well. But again, because of Lord Ezel's restriction, while having a great opponent's Vanguard has to be grade 3, I think you can still do a lot of things with this card actually. Like with, you can do a lot of things with Lord Ezel, not gonna lie. So which is basically swinging for like say 25k for him. If you have like domains on the front row, so not including boost. So if Gareth is on your back row, he's going to be like swinging for 35k. Like let's say like domains and Gareth is like both sides, so he'll be like swinging for 35, and it's going to be hell on you. It's going to be very difficult, and not to mention that if he persona road, he still can twin drive, so the -1 restriction is no longer there. So it's very dangerous. Okay, as well. Kind of like the same situation, like reminds me during the V era where Lord Ezel can actually like he goes first and then he writes first, and then he writes the Platina or something like that, and then he can just like try to like hood you with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 5 attacks plus the 2 imaginary gifts. Like I'm like comparing this with the imaginary gifts era, I know, but that's essentially like what it's supposed to do, like rushing your opponent to death already. So yeah, unless you're playing a super good rush deck against Ezel, you have to like finish him as fast as possible before he gets to finish you early. So that's the long and short story of it. Okay, now our boy Ezel is here. Incandescent Lion Lord Ezel, shakunetsu no shiburondo Ezel. Alright, so he is back, our golden boy is back, and I want to highlight his art because his art looks very gorgeous. Okay, so let's get straight into the skill. We have the first skill, continuous Vanguard circle. You cannot write cards that do not have Ezel in its card names. So basically, no, you cannot write anything else over here. You cannot write PBO, you cannot write Minerva, whatever. You cannot write anything else other than Ezel in its card name. So I know in premium or something along the lines in the future, if there's like a good grade 3 Captor Sentry card that is very good, you cannot write over him. You have to write Ezel in its card name. So basically, it's name lock, something like you have to discard Chrono Jet for striding to next stage. It's something along those lines. Alright, that's the first part of it. Auto Vanguard skill at the start of your right phase, at the beginning of your right phase, if you have 3 or fewer last units, you Soul Blast 1, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you choose up to 1 grade 3 or lower unit card from among them, call it to open rearguard and put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. It's quite good. Auto Vanguard, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, use Counter Blast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck and choose up to grade 2 grade 3 or lower unit cards from among them, call it to the open rearguard circle, and this unit costs 10k until the end of the turn. Shuffle your deck. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why this card is already meta on its own. Number 1, beginning of your right phase. If you don't have anything else at all, right? If you have fewer units, you can basically just Soul Blast, look top 3, call 1 grade 3 or lower unit, and put the bottom of the deck in any order. Kind of like a very nice superior calling as well. And then you can try to like proc them with a very good amount of cards, which I'm gonna explain later on. I will tell you why. Okay. And then skill, when this unit attacks a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, you Counter Blast 1, look top 7, you choose out the grade 2 or lower units from among them, 2 grade 3 or lower unit cards from among them, call it open rearguard and pass 10k, then you shuffle your deck. So on its own, he's a 23 attacker, persona right turn 33k attacker, and then you can call like a lot of 2 rearguards, 2 additional rearguards on the open rearguard circle. Okay. So basically what this is basically if you can technically do maximum of 5 attacks provided you have Billmans on your rearguard circles, which he attacks plus 5k end of battle move bot deck. Then you have another domains, you can try to move it top deck after attacking, so you can attack and just call the 2 more. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you why this is very meta text, because you can combo this with a lot of cards as well. Drilling Angel was among my top of my mind when I was like looking at this. Like if you can just look at the top card and you call it, and you can just proc Drilling Angel skill as well. Number 2, Gold Gaon. Gold Gaon skill, if I'm not mistaken, if you place it on the rear guard circle, you soul blast 1, you choose 1 card from your hand and you get the Spirit Call it. So this is actually like quite good. These are like among 2 cards that I can think on the top of my head to like feel your board as instant as possible, and as like and doing a lot of like shenanigans with it. And not to mention that if you actually have let's say what other good cards are there that always like Spirit Calling, because I have pretty sure there will be a ton. I'm pretty sure there will be always have a ton. Let's say for example, if you're going to use Alden on this one, right? Alden is perhaps also like one of the good cards as well that you can use in this deck, provided if you have like grade 3s as well. You have to call a grade 3 for this effect. So and then you get to draw 2. So that's about it. Okay. And the thing is that with this deck, it also kind of like counters Gandiva in a sense, because the more field that Gandiva is able to clear you, the faster that is going, the easier for you to try to like proc like long Ezel skill to just like call full field instant. I'm not sure like how instant, but at least you have something to attack with, right? So it's also like the same is gonna get applied to Vermilion in the near future. So against this, it's super good because you can basically don't have to worry about like something about like overcalling your units, and then that's about it. But actually you can do like a lot of things with like Blonde Ezel, and it's like he's like super good this time round. What else am I missing for this one? Because I'm pretty sure there's like there's like a lot of things that really needs a lot of analysis with Blonde Ezel. The fact is that, but of course, the fact that you have to discard 2 cards from like in doing grade 2 in order for you to like to write into Blonde Ezel, it makes it harder, because the reason being that by the time you are discarding a card for your writing to grade 2, and then you have to discard 1 card to like -1 drive, like spear right and discard 1 drive, you have to also be very careful about your hand size as well. So hand size is be aware of your hand size in Ezel if you want to do the spear riding. And also the other part of this is that even if you try to go first with Blonde Ezel, let's say your opponent is going to like ride into like grade 3, like say for example they have like 0-0, and then you have 1-1, and then you have 2, then you proc 3, and then 2, 3, 3. If you're going to go probably like second with this deck, you have to be very aware of like strike decks as well, and also like something along the lines of that of Asker's deck, because by the time they write their first grade 3, they're able to do it their own persona right turn as well. So be aware of like fighting this card also. Because I can foresee that the idea of like the Masker's deck and the strike deck could possibly bring back some levels of balance in terms of like the battle, the rushing and all that along those lines. Okay, now I think there's another important part of this card being very important to me is that you cannot write cards that do not have Ezel in its card name. Kind of gives me the alarm bells for me to felt like they're going to have to release Patina Ezel in the future. I'm not sure if they're going to release Grand Ezel in Caesars, but I think that's a very far-fetched idea. I think like Ravenhair Ezel or Fatina Ezel could also be a nice potential new Ezel to be coming out in the future, which is not out of the question, because if you think about like like Phantom Blaster Dragon, you have like Phantom Blaster Overlord, you have like Majesty Lord Blaster. No, well, technically not Majesty Lord Blaster. I think what's the word? Who's that guy? DM. Yeah, you have potentially an DM coming up. So I think it's not impossible for Ezel to come out like Ravenhair or like Patina Ezel in the future. So I think that's about it. Yeah, but this deck, I really want to say that this deck is like make it like so good and like really do well against the current meta because of like Anima and Vermilion in the future. So he's a very meta deck right now, and I can see how this price is going to like skyrocket in one way or another. My friends are very excited because they have been Ezel fans for so long, so that's how it is. Okay, now this is where it's going to be even more interesting because we have Silver Fan Witch, which is a grade 1 and she's a common card. Okay, so when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, and if you only have if your clan is only Gold Paladin with grade 3 or greater Vanguard with only Gold Paladin in its clan for the Vanguard, during this turn you counterblast plus 5k, and then you counterblast 1 and then you draw 1. So quite good. So I can see that in the future, if there's like any other future Gold Paladin cards, and you can play this in premium, you can always play this in premium. You call by any effect, you get 5k and then counterblast 1, draw 1. So drawing a lore, so and pretty good. And also you can about like filling back your hand size because of this one. So this is not out of the, well, you can always like, how do you say, you can always like refill your hand after this, like because of this skill. Yeah, I think, or like you can just play with the order. I think the order card also helps a lot with this. Like you combo the order card and then you hold Silver Fang Witch, and then you just plus 5 and she gets 5k, and then you counter plus 1 and get the draw. So it's kind of nice as well. And you can definitely play this confirm premium card. Very good. And then last but not least, we have Listener of Truth, Drain. So Drain is back. She's a double rare grade 1 card, and yeah, when she is placed in the rearguard circle, if your Vanguard has only one clan, and you can Soul Blast 2 to counter charge 1, so free CC. I will not call it free CC. It's just Soul Blast 2 to counter charge 1. So at the end of the battle that she boosted, if your Vanguard only has Ezel Vanguard in its card name, choose one unit in the same column as herself, and then move it to the bottom of the deck and stand this unit. So very good, nice restander as well, because here's the thing, she is boosting, she gives you CC, she box stack your attacker, front row attacker, and then she gets a free restand. So all of the good shenanigans over here. So potentially also very good premium card, but in these series, in the context of these series, like, she's also the one helping you to like bounce back whatever boosting, like whatever like she's boosting, and then she spot back. Doesn't matter if like face set front row is like a whatever random capture card, and then end of battle she just boosts and then pop backs it and then restands itself. So thereby giving you a chance for Ezel to superior call 2 more free cards, and then she can get skill boost again. And the thing is that I'm not sure if she can actually try to restand again. I'm pretty sure it's not, because she's not once per turn, which means that if she can call on, like, let's say attack, call again, restand. Okay, I don't think that's possible. I was thinking that she can probably like boost like for the third time in a row because of some superior calling shenanigans, but I might be wrong. I think there will be a certain combo somewhere which is going to prop a lot of things with like this in drum as well. Okay, so yeah, you can feel free to like to like tell me like what other possible combos that might exist with this deck. Yeah, so that's about it. And then we have the SEC versions of Vermilion and Ezel. These are 0 art, so 0 art non-Ezel, 0 art Vermilion. I am very happy that they do this. So 0 lives on in the form of the TCG. So with this we have Ezel and Vermilion. And then after that, SEC as well for Sussman and Milotic Lulu Zulu. Okay, and then I think this Lulu Zulu is quite nice as well. So this SEC is top notch as well. And then next Tuesday stream we have review review Kiwami cards from the Tokyo Rumble set, as well as one new card from each of the upcoming sets, which is like Ram Grace, Craft New, and Office. So that's about it. And then one thing that hits hard from tonight's news was super amazing because we have the Vanguard Zero Vanguard Zero News real people, and we have actually Gabriel print reprinted in the Zero art for the upcoming season. So which is super nice. I want to show you guys how good her art is. Look at her. Yo, look at her. Like her art hits so nice. The starry background, her hair, her eyes, everything looks so perfect. Close up, her art really hits on. I'm really happy that I'm really happy to like see her with an alternate art, because it's very rare that you can see this kind of like alternate, like this alternate art really hits lot, you know. Yeah, I'm not a really like huge Angel Feather fan, but like seeing Gabriel, I know that Gabriel is a fan favorite card for like a majority of all of us. Yeah, that said, like this art hits so good. Yo, so nice. Right, okay, I can't, and I really can't contain my excitement as well, because I'm not sure if you're gonna get this in global, because if you're gonna come out in global, this is going to be one of the cards that I probably wanted to get in the future. But sad to say Vanguard Zero is gonna die by the end of June, so that's about it. Okay, anyways, I've been rambling about for half an hour despite me saying I want to keep this short. So I made a right decision not to like drag this until Thursday. Okay, so that's about it. I would want to say thank you very much for watching tonight's video. Please like, subscribe, and do the usual shenanigans stuff. Okay, and comment down below about what's your opinion about tonight's Ezel stream, because I'm really excited about like Ezel. Although I'm not really like an Ezel main or a Gold Paladin main myself, but I'm really happy that Ezel finally gets the good, like he can finally be meta right here right now in D, and I'm really happy for it. I know everybody's gonna be very happy because of Ezel coming out, and possibly can counter Naniwa in a way or another. So that's about it. I will end this video right here right now, and yeah, this has been Professor 095 signing out. See you guys next time.